Hello. Welcome to DDLC Plus, right? Also known as Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So I think this is an addition to the original Doki Doki game that's free. So for those who don't know what Doki Doki is or have not played, I really recommend you go to Steam to download a free game. It's a free game, so you should download it before you watch this. And plus, it's a free game. There's no reason for you not to do it. Or if you're lazy to play it yourself, there's always a YouTube video for you to watch and see, you know? Anyway, we're gonna do side stories. I've unlocked all 6 what's it called, side stories. So we'll start with trust. Let's go. That was a new scene. I haven't seen that vending machine before. Maybe I'm blind. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? Ugh. I miss debate club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the literature club. In the days that have passed, all her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, "Do you like literature?" Maybe no one is into literature enough to pick it over other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision! But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on the desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. But it's so quiet and the noise of the air conditioner is so soothing. Wow, lucky this school has air conditioner. Well, I think I shouldn't say that. Both the schools that I used to go to have air conditioners. um, hello? Suddenly a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh, oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I never do this. Is this the napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is in fact the literature club. This is the literature club. Yay! I thought I was wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do that all the time. Oh? Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Oh my gosh, I didn't do it, and my voice just cracked. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really hard on this club. I know you caught me in a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry, this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know? So let me help you and turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica! That's such a cool name! Oh, and now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling! Well, I didn't say it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So, what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with a new idea to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I think I need to put on some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori's a hugger. We love huggers. We love to see that. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica in a friendly hug. Then let's go. Some people can really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirit is lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found a club member. But, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise. I recorded in the living room because my room has no space for a computer. So everything is really noisy at my house. Sorry about that. A day passes and the time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room. Well, that's not what she did for DDLC. She's like late because she's playing piano or something. Maybe not. Maybe don't set yourself to the high expectation of arriving first just because you're the president. But she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining. No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late. I'm here. It's okay. Welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits a sheet into Monica's desk. Oh, what's this? Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me, while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up. The more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward. My goodness. Take me to your dreamland. Again, I'm really sorry. It's really early. It's everyone's at home. I can't do anything about it. It's a Saturday, the only time I'm free. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good as you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. I don't know. It's like a dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that. Ah, you should have more confidence in yourself. You're the literature club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to set a good example or whatever. I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? Like sharing poems you write and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, It's like we have so many emotions that we can't express to other people usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh geez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brainstorm's so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Sorry, that's terrible. Anyway, let's look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. But it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have the chance to give people cupcakes? Like when they come into the club? What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm kind of worried that would bring the wrong kind of people, Wrong kinds? People will come just for a cupcake and then leave. Aw, nobody would do that. That would be so mean. But I want to find people who are really into literature. even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list, hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. Then we tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're just reading for fun? Well, we could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers rather than put them on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful. I never said that you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to be just like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the school activities and stuff? What club activities? Did I say it's school activities? I just read that wrong. Whatever. What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club? Okay, Sayori, pretend you're a normal person for a second. Does that mean she's not a normal person? She's a monster. That's what she is. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer? How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? Sorry, I was thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if I said that we like do group reading or discuss it together? I would probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. You really need to catch their interest, you know? Ugh. This sucks. Why is it so hard? Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you a chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we all have many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. Okay, that's kind of... I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Come on, guys. Would I lie to you? Man, if I'm editing this, I have to find that clip now. Oh my gosh. What is it? I forgot all my things in my classroom. I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rushed? But where? Ah, never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow, that's lame. Monica! Ah! You startled me. Sorry, but it's something important. On the way to the classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and record her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs her urn of flies and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart from the classroom, Sayori leading the way. This way! You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See? In there! Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. You should get inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I'll probably scare her away. Okay, fine. I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath, then timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk, then walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head down? Should we head back now? The two head back to the club room, Sayori feeling rather accomplished and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. I wish there was a back button. Just to go back, But there's no back button in this. There's only history where you can look back at what they said. Which is not a back button, but okay, whatever. You do you. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resumed their strategy meeting. They discussed different kinds of recruitment tactics from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two ended up in a better spot from when they began. Well, I should say that today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get in some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori peers at a sheet of paper Monica was just jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart? That's so cute! I thought it was a little overdramatic. But Sayori pauses and thinks for a moment. I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything. So I don't think it's that bad. Like, with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of deviating from that. The vision. What's the vision? Welcome to the division. Wait, am I just stupid? Uh, the the division. Get it? Division. I'm so dumb. If those who know what I'm trying to sing, I won't put the lyrics here just because it's gonna get copyrighted. If those who know I'm talking about, good for you. Those who don't know, search Hypnosis Mike. I guess found the song eventually. It's Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to. Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think that's what you're trying to do. Is to make the club you need the most out of everyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make the best club ever. Sayori nods and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is a steady whisper of air conditioner. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me. You're the president. If in that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some time alone. In that case, Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. Good luck! Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the club room. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most? I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, 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 so pretty in my hair. Pluck, 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 you're gonna die and you too. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction, and the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland. The fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. That is why I decided I must become the flower. What the? Wait, Sayori? Oh, that's the end of the first part of the side story. Let's see. Ooh, just part two. Let me check the time. 9:38. I guess I can cut some parts short and do part two now. Alright, let's do part two, baby. Oh, I'm a bit disappointed there's no CG, in the first one. Maybe there's gonna be a CG in the part two, but um, a picture would have been nice, baby. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori is going through all these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? Oh yeah. In DDLC, I thought Monica was pretty reliable. But now, I can see that she didn't start at all being reliable. She had to rely on others and then become reliable, which is kind of human of her. Very human writing. Uh, Very human feelings. She's not human, but feels human. And I'm glad to know that these characters actually have a backstory as to how they became the way they are in DDLC. So that's good. What kind of club president does that? This whole time, I didn't think about to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica, is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't about yesterday, it was about the club. Besides, things are so happy yesterday. You don't need to do all of this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll be able to put this aside so we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the literature club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the way that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart or whatever. So, I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood of the room is lifted. What's behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, wanna teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know. There's no way I could say no to that. I just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need, some motivation. I never know where to start, and when it comes to writing poems, starting isn't so hard. You kind of need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. You're not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your own feelings and see what kind of things that makes you think of. And when you can turn your feelings into a little story, you can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. It's more like a collage where you find all the things you want to put in and then you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. So Monica's advice to us for writing in DDLC actually comes from Sayori. That's cute. We love to see this. Monica pulls out a pen and paper and starts writing on. Stop being a perfectionist. You idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles "you're idiot" after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Are you calling me an idiot? Yes. Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just, well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica rewrites, "You're idiot." She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for and then I did the exact thing anyway. This is really gonna take some time, get some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks. I do too. Me, I mean. But also you, of course. Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write about overthinking it without overthinking it. But after a while, with Sayuri's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, peppered with all her random thoughts. Phew. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also this kind of liberating. Mm, I can tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd really have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy doing. With you. Sayuri beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yay! Let's do it! Monica and Sayuri proceeds with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the existence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel that it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sayori came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave out to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much attractive than the old one. But the new catchphrase is featured clearly on the center of the flyer. Write your way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use their writing to discover themselves. Hopefully, Monica and Sayuri had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from the students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about?
ka, kalau dyan. Baju to ang kain. Duduk niya. Supan sikit lah.
Do you want to go or do you not want to go?
Pantai kau. Oh, ada cuci semalam. Yang pada grey tu. Awas ready. Dalam ni kan.
The literature club is truly beginning to take form. But with that, the weight of Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating airtight points and counterpoints, and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself. For real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs a pen. She presses the tip of a pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the blots. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her fingers across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses down the pen once again, letting the ink collect. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking perfection, a stain. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here! Hi. Monica hears Sayuri approaches her desk, then stops for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Mm-hmm. Me too. You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard on the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. Sari takes a sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sari gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes a paper from Sayuri's desk and reads it. Is this the same paper? Where did the other writing go? Eh? Sometimes I want to die. Same. Sayuri, this is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sayuri takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday. I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sayuri must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Were Monica's own futile but genuine efforts actually the push that Sayuri needed? Sayuri's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like, whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be just like that. Sayuri pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sayuri pauses again, a solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this then? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be better, it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about the club, what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence. And our friendship doesn't have to change. Uh-huh. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection as Sayuri's emotion radiates between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayuri. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy. If you'd like. Ooh, a CG. Oh, this looks so pretty. Also, their hairs are almost the same color. Why? Boy, I'm gonna make a thumbnail and I'm just gonna stick Monica's hair onto Sayuri. They both took the same. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sari rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through their contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in her Sari's head. And in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that all the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you. I promise. Sari's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she never once dared to say out loud. Finally, she speaks in a choked voice. I'm what the fuck was it? I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me. She suppresses a sob after a tear falls on her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. I'm not good at anything, and it feels like everyone just has to put up with me, and I hate it. I hate it! The more Sayuri speaks, the more she feels to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sari loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants what Sari needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. It's just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort. But she knows Sari said herself that the thoughts Sari experiences are the ones that don't belong. And Monica can't magically make them go away. The most she can do is help Sari battle them like any good friend would do. You have so much value. To me, and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really mean that. Your coming here was the best thing that could ever happen. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sari doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two shared their embrace a while longer, Monica letting Sari take as much time as she needs. Once her breathing steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sari lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. I'm sorry for bringing this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayuri nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah, well, of course it will always be your choice. But if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sayuri suddenly yawns and stretches. Wow, that made me tired and hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I can say it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles. But I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems similar. Is it Yuri? It better be Yuri. It better be. It better be. It's the next side story. It better be Yuri. Alright? Am I clear? Alright. So that was a very touching story. Like, I didn't expect Monica to actually be so a perfectionist and so insecure about her own imperfections. Like, now I can relate to her a bit more. Before, I always related to Sayuri because I'm also depressed. But now I can relate to Monica because I'm also a perfectionist who's always seeks perfection on the outside, but I know that I'm not perfect in the inside. That's good. Like there's character development. That was what I thought was a bit lacking in the DLC, but it was a free and short game, so I don't really mind it too much. But at least now there's character development and we know the characters a bit more, and I feel that's good in a game to get to know characters. Anyway, comment down below what you think of this episode and suggest some. There's no music playing. Let me play some music. Anyway, suggest some games for me to play. I am always open to any suggestions. Subscribe for more content like this. I do a lot of visual novels. I talk a lot too, so so sorry if I'm ruining your visual novel experience. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike. And I think that's all. Thank you for watching and have a good day.